Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining in. I'm going to give it a few seconds for some people to pop on because we don't want anybody to miss any of this great information that you are going to see this evening. So tonight we're going to be making barbecue chicken stuffed baked potatoes and a green salad to go along with it. So I hope you learn some new tips and tricks tonight for your kitchen and see some product that maybe you haven't seen yet, or maybe learn something about some product that you might already have. So again, thank you for joining in. For those of you that do go in and either watch us live or go back and watch this feed, I'm going to simply ask for you to, in the comments below this video, put a GIF up about what your favorite food is. So find a really cute GIF and post that under the comments, and then I can get a really good idea who all has taken a look at this video and is going along with us on this demo. So hi Cheryl, thank you so much for joining in. If you would like, you are more than welcome to take this post and share it to your wall so even more people can view it. If you want, you can go into the comments and tag some people as well and bring them on and remind them that we are doing our job here this evening. And so, again, making barbecue chicken stuffed baked potatoes with a green salad to go right along with it. So the first thing that we're going to get started with is our brand new quick cooker, which you can see located right here. So our quick cooker is our pressure cooker, as kind of basically that's what it is. It is a pressure cooker. So I love to use this. I use this all the time in my kitchen. I'm so excited that Pampered Chef finally released theirs. Our pressure cooker has 16 different presettings, so you can sear, you have a slow cooker option, you have a chicken poultry option, you have beef, you also have fish and seafood, you can do chilies and stews, you can do stock, you can proof bread, you can steam items, you can also do whole grains, you can do white rice, brown rice. We even have a dessert setting, so lots of pre-settings involved with our quick cooker to make cooking in your kitchen a lot easier for what your needs are. One of the things I really like to show off that comes with our quick cooker that most pressure cookers don't come with is, basically I call it the Bible to the quick cooker, and that is our quick cooker cooking guide. This is actually going to walk you through all the different things that you can do. Hard-boiled eggs if you want to. Mashed potatoes cook in like 7 to 9 minutes. You can do mashed sweet potatoes in here. Those take about 7 minutes as well. You can do just some chicken breast in here. You can do chilies. I've done a roast in here. I've actually done a 2.5 pound beef roast from the frozen state, which is really cool because that took about 55 minutes, and that was with the potatoes and the carrots and the sauce and everything. So makes your cooking just super quick and really cuts your times by into fractions of what you're used to. As you can see here, it's going to walk you through all the different cooking times. One of the biggest things that I cook in here all the time are pinto beans. You don't even have to pre-soak the pinto beans. You just rinse them and you put them in the quick cooker with the notated amount of fluid that's in this, or because this will call for 3 cups of fluid. If I'm going to do an additional cup of beans, I add 1 more cup of fluid. So that's just kind of a tip for you there. This side here, you're going to see the grains and the rice. And then we have a vegetables page. So that's where you're going to look at and see carrots or cauliflower, potatoes, spaghetti squash. So it really just kind of cooks everything for you. And then this is really the godsend page right here. And this is your meat page, because this is going to give you the cook times for all different kinds of meats, different cuts of meats, and whether or not they're thawed already or if it's frozen. So this is worth every penny when it comes to the quick cooker, because this is going to give you basically all the instructions you need for cooking your food in the quick cooker. And it comes with recipes, right? So here we go. I'm going to set this aside for now. We're going to do our baked potatoes. So the general rule with using your quick cookers, you want to make sure that there's always at least 1 cup of fluid in the quick cooker. That's what helps build the pressure. The pressure is what cooks the food. So we are doing baked potatoes in here, and they're going to be done in 10 minutes, which is just crazy insane, right? So I'm simply going to, I already have 6 potatoes in here. It's going to sing to you when you open it. It's going to sing to you when you take the lid off. Just like that. We're going to set the lid aside just temporarily. I am going to pull this out and show you how I already have the potatoes in here. I have some below the rack and I have some on top of the rack. And all I've done is, you know, like you would normally with any baked potato, is just puncture holes throughout it. And so I've got this one here. I already have my holes in it. Just going to show you how I'm just going to set it inside here. I am going to pour in my 1 cup of water. Now, I do want to kind of infuse this with a little flavor, so I'm going to add a garlic clove just to the base of this. So we're simply going to use our garlic peeler. Now, if you're used to taking garlic cloves and kind of smashing them with a knife, right, in order to get them to peel, don't do that anymore. You could actually be altering the flavor you're getting from your garlic. The general rule with garlic is the smaller you cut the garlic, the sweeter it gets. So if you like a nice, bold garlic flavor, such as soups and stews, things like that, you're going to want to use a whole clove. So you just need to peel it. If you are going to do like a pasta dish and you want a nice garlic flavor without being quite so bold, you just want to slice it. And the peeler actually comes in a set with the slicer. And the slicer is very handy because it will slice Parmesan, it will slice baby carrots. So that slicer will actually do quite a bit in your kitchen. And if you want a sweeter garlic flavor, you're going to press it, which we are known for our garlic press, because you don't even have to peel the garlic before you press it, right? You stick the garlic clove in there, press it, and the peel comes right out of the garlic press. So definitely something to have in your kitchen. So we have our garlic clove here. We're simply going to slide it into the white tube, and we are going to roll it. You can hear the crackling. And when it comes out, it has taken that peel off. And just like that, we have our garlic clove, which hasn't been smashed, right? Hasn't been torn into a bunch of pieces. We just literally just took the skin off of it. So we're going to throw that into the base with our potato. And now we put the lid on. It's going to sing to us again. And when we close it. So we're simply just going to set this to the steam setting. We turn the dial until it's on steam. Now I'm going to adjust the cook time. It automatically comes up as 15 minutes, but we're going to adjust it down to 10 minutes. So by doing that, we just hit the time button and we hit the minus button. And I hit start, and right there, that's when it's going to start building its pressure. It's going to use that water we put in there to start building the pressure. Here we have the button here on this side is a little red button you'll see actually pop all the way up when it comes to pressure. Here we have our steam release button, but here's where our steam release comes out. So it's a safety feature that Pampered Chef has actually put into our quick cooker that's different than others, that you hit the button to release the steam, but the button is away, so you don't have to worry about burning yourself. Really, really like that idea. Okay, so let's get on to our next item, which is going to be prepping our salad. So one of the things that a lot of people may not have with Pampered Chef is going to be our salad spinner. So did you know that this salad spinner spins at 35 miles an hour? 35 miles an hour. So you get 2 baskets with it. You get a large basket that holds the lettuce. You also get a smaller basket that will hold smaller items such as berries, right? Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, that sort of thing. But 35 miles an hour, that's faster than the speed limit in your neighborhood. That's just crazy that it spins that fast. But love this for lettuce, because if you're one of those people that likes to take paper towels, right, and rinse off your lettuce and then try to take the paper towels, or maybe you're shaking the water off the lettuce, save yourself a ton of paper towels, save yourself a ton of time, get the salad spinner, it's well worth it. So we simply are just going to take our lettuce, and I'm just going to cut it up a little bit here. And I'm going to add our pieces that we've cut into our basket, just like this. And some of you may have noticed the video I posted earlier that you just don't realize how dirty your lettuce is, right? So I'm going to go rinse this off. I'll be right back so we can spin it. I'm even going to shake it a little bit, right? Because you're going to do that at home anyway. So now we simply put the lid on. We're going to raise the handle here because it does lock down, which is nice. And we just start spinning it. So just like this. And you can see when you spin it, all the water coming out. What I love about this is that, I guess depending on how much lettuce you're doing, you're going to get anywhere from about a half a cup to a cup of water that spins right out of this, which is nice. Because then your lettuce will actually be truly crispy. It's going to be rinsed. You don't have to worry about it getting soggy. Or what I really don't like is when you've rinsed your lettuce, but you haven't necessarily dried it enough, and then you add the salad dressing to it, and then you actually can see the additional fluid, extra fluid, right, sitting in the bottom of your bowl. So this is going to make drying out that lettuce really, really easy. And it even has a brake here at the back, so if you want to stop it from spinning even quicker, you just hit that brake and it's going to bring it to a stop. So we'll raise this up. Our lettuce is nice and dry. We'll move this over, and you can see just how much water I had come out of that. And I even shook the basket after I got done rinsing it. So lots of water left in your lettuce. For those of you that aren't aware of that, salad and berry spinner, great product to have in your kitchen. Now, I need to chop our lettuce, right? So I'm gonna move over to our salad choppers. You're actually gonna see me use this twice tonight. I'm gonna use it once on the lettuce, and I'm gonna use it a second time on our chicken. That's right, chicken. If you don't own the salad choppers, this is my #1 selling product. Hands down, everybody should have this in their kitchen, because what it does to meat's ridiculous. As a matter of fact, I use it more on meat than I do lettuce. So if you need to do shredded pulled pork, if you need to do chopped brisket, we're gonna use it on the chicken tonight, whether you're using it for chicken tacos, chicken spaghetti, the chopped chicken we're doing tonight for the baked potatoes. This is going to be your go-to tool for these. If you have these, by the way, and you're watching this, do a shout out on the comments and tell everybody how much you love them and how necessary they are for the kitchen. They have a spring form handle, which means it's going to open and close all on, or it's going to actually open back up all on its own. So for those of you with arthritis issues, you're not going to have to worry about killing your hand, right? Trying to get these things to open and shut every time you're trying to chop something. So I'm simply going to now take our lettuce, put it into our little salad bowl here. This is our brand new medium stoneware entertaining bowl, which is going to be great for serving salads and pastas and things like that. But we're just gonna run through here. All of our new stoneware entertaining product, by the way, is oven safe and dishwasher safe. So if you're part of the era where it was, don't put your stoneware in the dishwasher, that time is now gone. With the 100% glaze over the entire product, they are oven safe and dishwasher safe. And the whole purpose of that was to be able to, like if I wanted to bake a casserole in here for something that was, that wanted to have a pretty presentation, you could actually bake this in the oven, pull it out, and serve it right on your table. You don't have to worry about transferring it to another vessel. That's what's great about it. But look how fast we're cutting this lettuce and into nice fine pieces so that you don't end up with a lot of chunky lettuce. Yes, dear? Okay, just keep the volume down. Little interruption from my son. So, apparently they didn't get the memo. Okay, look at that. Nice, fine, small pieces. I guess my dog will enjoy the lettuce that just flipped over the bowl here shortly. Okay, now look at that. See what a beautiful job it did on this lettuce? Nice, small pieces. Look at that. All right, so we're gonna set this aside just for now. And I can hear our quick cooker coming to pressure. I can hear it steaming and sizzling in there. So the next thing I wanna get ready is our tomatoes. Now I'm about to show you a product that is absolutely mind-blowing. This is one of those products I use constantly in my kitchen that I think everybody should invest in because it's going to save you that much time. This is called the Quick Slice. You have a bottom piece, you have the top piece here. This is going to be great for slicing things such as avocados, right? If you need sliced avocados, you can do tomatoes on this, you can do cheese on this, you can do mushrooms, you can do olives, you can do bananas, you can do fresh mozzarella cheese. So lots and lots of things that you can slice with this one product, and it's super quick. It also does cherry tomatoes or the little grape-sized tomatoes, which is one of my favorite things to do. So tonight, we're actually going to have sliced grape tomatoes in our salad. So as you can see, I'm just lining them up right here on the base. And we're gonna take about, I don't know, probably 9 or 10 of them at a time. Simply place them right there. And we're gonna slice them. Just that quick. So, all right, here we go. So line it up. We're gonna go straight down, work it down, and just like that, as you can see, we have all these nice sliced tomatoes. You see that there? Look at that. How fast was that instead of standing there and trying to slice those all individually? I'm simply going to spread these right over our lettuce. And the next thing we want to get ready is our cucumber. Now this is where I would like to introduce you to our peeler. Now, I tell people all the time, you can have a vegetable peeler, that's perfectly fine, but if you will go ahead and invest in the serrated peeler, it does it all. It does fruits, it does vegetables. It will actually peel a tomato, right? You know, sometimes people have a hard time digesting tomato skins. This will take it off. It'll work on apples, it'll work on sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, you name it, it will peel it. So we're simply just going to go ahead and peel our cucumber here. So just like this. Look how fast that is. And I love the fact that you pull it towards you and you have a little bit more control over where the stuff is going to go. And I'm going to cut the ends off just like this. And then I'm going to actually cut it into some smaller pieces because the next thing I'm going to do with it is go back to my quick slice. And I'm going to grab one piece of cucumber, move it over just like that, sliced cucumbers. How quick is that, right? So let's do the next one. It is dishwasher safe, so another little perk for you. And here it is. Look at that. That was actually quite a large cucumber too. So huge cucumber sliced that quick. Now, let's say you wanted to go back because you wanted your, cucumber pieces to maybe, I don't know, be just a little smaller. So we can go back, we can grab them again. We can transform them over, and just like that, now we have little sticks of cucumbers. So, lots of fun you can have with this product. Spread those around our salad. I'll leave some of them halvesies, so a little easier to take out of the salad. Some of my kids won't eat these. Now, here in just a second, because I noticed that our quick cooker is coming to pressure pretty quickly here. You'll see this red button pops up all the way. This dial here that is spinning actually will then start the countdown on the time. So then we know when our 10 minutes starts for the baked potatoes. All right, so let me clear some of this out of the way where we are going to make our salad dressing. Now, I do like to make homemade salad dressing. I love to make a balsamic vinaigrette, and I really like to make a raspberry balsamic vinaigrette. So when doing that, a lot of times with some of these other tools, the oil and the balsamic vinegar doesn't always really stay mixed. If you will use our food processor for that, I know, it sounds strange, right? Because if you have the food processor, then you know it's great for making guacamole. It's great for doing salsa. You can chop up celery, bell pepper, onion. So you can do one item or you can do multiple items, and it's going to chop it very, very quickly. So one of the things we're going to go ahead and chop first are, I have 2 already peeled garlic cloves. So we're going to throw those in there. And yes, it will chop just 1 clove if you want it to. And it's not gonna be completely like pressed, but it's gonna be a chopped garlic. So just this fast, and I will show you guys how fast it actually chopped that garlic. You can see that. See how quick that was? So obviously it'll do more than 2, but even if you just need 2 garlic cloves chopped quickly, this will do the job for you. Now we're gonna add in the rest of our ingredients for our vinaigrette. So we need a 1/2 cup of olive oil. What's really nice is if you notice on the sides here that it actually gives you measurements up to 3 cups. So I have a 1/2 cup here, I have a cup here, so we're going to add a 1/2 cup of each. So I'm just going to hold it up and pour in my oil. So we're good there. And then now I need to fill it up to a cup measurement so that we can finish off our dressing. And then I'm going to spin it again and really get that balsamic vinegar and that oil nice and mixed. right, I was a little shy on the oil, so let me add just a little bit more. Now we put our blade back into the center. We're going to put the top on, and we just start pumping the handle. We've mixed our oil and our vinegar. Now we're going to put in the fun stuff, which is literally just raspberry preserves. That's it. Super simple. So we're going to grab just a nice spoonful of them. About 2 tablespoons worth. And we'll spin it again. What's really nice with this particular product is that after you've made something in here, give it a couple of taps. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Look at this. How pretty is that? I wish you could smell it. It smells amazing. All right, so after you've made this, actually you can then take the lid, because it comes with a lid. So instead of having to transfer it to a whole nother leftover container, you take the lid, you pop it on, just store it right in your fridge. Super simple. So we're going to set this aside for our salad. We have 9 minutes left on the countdown for our baked potatoes. Now we need to cook our chicken. So we're going to go back to a couple things with our salad here in just a few minutes. And now we're going to cook our chicken. So we are using the double burner grill pan, and you see me take a deep breath because this is my all-time favorite product in the entire catalog. And when I tell you, and I did a posting earlier about how this will completely change the way you cook in your kitchen, I kid you not, it will. It does grilled chicken breast in 6 minutes. It does steaks in 4 to 8 minutes. Whether or not you want that steak still mooing or you want that steak completely dead, right? That's going to determine the 4 to 8 minute mark. Pork chops. I made 9 pork chops 2 weeks ago in this pan. 9 of them. Nice thickness, not thin. They were done in 7 minutes. Completely done. Juicy, not overcooked, not dry. So a great, great cooking device to have in your kitchen. It also will do shrimp. And when you use the presses in conjunction with the pan, you actually will start cooking the top at the same time as you cook the bottom, which is one reason why you're going to see me actually go ahead and turn on my burners, and I'm going to preheat the presses inside the pan for 5 minutes. Now, your stove may be a little hotter. I can tell you this. It works on a flat top electric or the coil element electric stoves. Also works on gas top stoves. If you are using gas, just know that gas cooks hotter and quicker so that you don't have to go as high on the heat. You want to stay more towards a medium heat. If you're using an electric stovetop, you may need to go closer to a medium high heat versus medium because of the difference in the way gas and electric cook. So I am just like that. There we go. I've got my stovetop set. Now, when you get yours home, just know that it may take a couple times to figure out exactly what setting your stove needs to be at. That's perfectly normal because not everybody's stove cooks the same anyway. So now when it comes to prepping the meat, one of the things you should always do, especially with chicken and pork, is flatten your meat. So you'll see here that these breasts in this bag are pretty flat, and that is for a reason, because chicken breast really is the best example. Chicken is typically thick at one end, thin at the other. So normally what we will do is we will overcook the thin end, waiting on that thick end to finish. So if you will flatten your chicken breast all the way throughout, you cut your cook time by more than half. The other thing you're going to do is not overcook half of your chicken breast, which is, I don't like gnawing on tough chicken. Nobody does, right? So if you can remedy that, then why not? So the best way to do that is by flattening it. And we have a great tool for that. We have our we have our meat tenderizer and flattener. As you can see, this side is flat. That's going to be for your white meat. So this is a really good rule of thumb and a great way to remember this. Flat side is white meat. Your spike side is red meat. So we flip. Now we have our spike side for your beef or your venison. So red meat, spike side, flat side, white meat, okay? Red, spike, white, flat. There we go. I do everything in a baggie anyway because it kind of helps keep that meat contained and not flying out from under wax paper or anything like that. And if you'll just pound and push, it's what I simply tell people to do. Pound and push out, pound and push, pound, and push. By pounding and pushing, you're going to really make sure that you go all the way across that chicken breast and that you don't leave little pockets of the chicken breast that are thicker than the rest of the chicken breast. So you don't want to just pound it. You want to pound and push out, pound and push out. Now, what I have in here already is our smoky barbecue rub, which is one of my favorite seasonings, by the way. And if you aren't familiar with Pampered Chef's pantry items, our smoky barbecue rub, along with our other rubs, contain about 50% less sodium than the ones you find at the store. They're also gluten-free, they're MSG-free, and they're non-GMO. So if you're looking for a way to really kind of maybe take that first step into changing some things about the way that you cook, doing the seasonings is a really easy way to implement that small change to get started, especially with Pampered Chefs, because they're just much, much healthier for you. Again, 50% of the sodium than the ones you buy at the store, no MSG, gluten-free, and non-GMO. So I really like that. My most used seasoning, if I had to tell you, is the Southwest seasoning. It's a great substitute for taco seasoning, by the way. Taco seasoning especially is very, very high in sodium. So if you're looking to maybe kind of replace that, our Southwest seasoning, our Chipotle rub is really good. And I like to couple those two together all the time. If you're looking for a rub that's maybe a good staple rub that kind of goes on anything you cook, our crushed peppercorn and garlic rub is really, really good. And then we also have just a plain garlic rub. So here we go. All right, so we've got maybe just a few more minutes before this pan is ready and completely to go, ready to cook our chicken. And we've got just 4 minutes left on our baked potatoes. So our chicken's not even gonna be done before our potatoes are done, but that's no problem. What we'll do is just let that pressure release kind of on its own before we're ready to do it manually and waiting on our chicken to finish. Now I'm going to grab my little handy tongs. These are an essential for every kitchen. Reason why? Look, squeeze, they open. You turn them over, you squeeze, they close. Magic tongs. So you're not trying to like unhook the end with your mouth or trying to use your hip, right? Here you go. Safe for any cookware because of the high heat silicone at the end. My husband actually likes to use these on his barbecue pit because 1, they open up really, really wide, and 2, you don't have to worry about the heat or the metal on anything else. They're nice and coated here. So let's grab our hot pad here. We'll move our press over to that. Feeling good. Let a piece of lettuce fly off into there. Now, when you put your chicken in, you should hear a little bit of a sizzle sound. That's perfectly fine. That sizzle should die down. If it doesn't die down, your pan may be a little too hot. So, and if it doesn't sizzle, then your pan's not hot enough. So, with that being said, apparently I'm trying to rush this. No problem. So while we're waiting on the pan for a couple more minutes, because I don't think it's been quite 5 minutes, why don't we go ahead and grate our cheese for our salad. All right, so I have about 8 ounces of cheese here. One of the things that I love to teach people about cheese is not buying pre-shredded cheese. Pre-shredded cheese is actually, it's really bad for your pocketbook and it's really bad for your health. They actually will coat pre-shredded cheese in a silicone powder to keep it from sticking together because cheese is naturally oily. So if you grate cheese, it's going to stick together because of that natural oil. So by doing that, they take away the flavor of the cheese too. So by grating your own 8-ounce block of cheese, you actually are going to get twice as much cheese for your money. Because remember that silicone adds weight to that bag. So you're not really getting 8 ounces of cheese. You're getting 8 ounces of cheese and silicone. So we're going to have a better flavored cheese. We're going to get more cheese for our money, right? And it's super easy with our microplane adjustable coarse grater. You got to watch this. Look at that. You just run it and look. It does a beautiful job grating cheese. If I had to tell you and be honest with you, this really is the best grater in our catalog. So this is the coarse grater. This is what's going to be great for your softer cheeses like Swiss, Monterey Jack, Colby Jack, cheddar, that sort of thing. If you are looking for something to do your harder cheeses, we do have a microplane adjustable fine grater, which is really what's going to be great for your Parmesan, your Romano. It's also great for zesting items too. So look at this, how much cheese I already have. I'm not even done with that 8 ounces. Let me show you. Look at this. Look how much cheese is already in there. a lot more than what you get at the store in an 8-ounce bag. I guarantee it. So let's do a little bit more here. Because we're going to use this on our salad. We can use this on our baked potatoes. Speaking of which, the potatoes are done. How crazy is that? All right, so let's set our cheese aside. Set our cheese grater aside. Now our pan should be nice and hot. Yes, it is. So let's try this again, right? There we go. There's my sizzle sound I was looking for earlier. Now with the double burner, one thing that's really nice about it is the fact that you can do your veggies and your meat all at the same time. So if you're doing fajitas, you'll be able to do your fajita meat and your fajita vegetables all at once. You don't have to cook them separately. They both end up grilled. Fajita meat, by the way, is done in about 6 minutes as well. We're going to do 4 pretty nice sized chicken breasts on here this evening. If I wanted to, I could actually get 2 more chicken breasts in here and get 6 total because of the size that they are. If you're working with smaller chicken breasts, you are going to probably get more like 8 in here. So it holds a lot of food. One of my favorite things I love to do with this pan is to make grilled pizza. And so when I say that, yes, the dough and everything. So I'll usually start off by grilling whatever meat I'm using because I'll use like sausage, Italian sausage links a lot. I grill the Italian sausage links. I'll chop them up into slices. And I go back and lay down my pizza dough and I grill it on one side and then I flip it. And then I will add, so I don't use a lot of tomato sauce for stuff because it can cause heartburn for people because tomatoes are very acidic. So what I do like to do though is use a garlic and sweet pepper with olive oil. So I'll chop all of that and mix it in my food processor, spread it around the top of that crust. It's really pretty, by the way, because you get the yellow and the orange and the red and the sweet peppers. And you've got the garlic on there, and then I lay whatever toppings I want. So mozzarella cheese, you can do your Italian sausage, you can throw in some pepperoni on top of it. So you can really, really have a lot of fun with this grill pan, especially when it comes to pizzas. You can also grill cinnamon rolls. One of my favorite things to do for breakfast. In fact, my youngest son, that's like the only way he'll eat his cinnamon rolls now. I can do 16 cinnamon rolls at once. You just buy the prepackaged store, like H-E-B brand, and I roll them out till they're about a ½ inch thick, and then I lay them down. Obviously, you won't use the presses with bread products, but I lay the cinnamon rolls down, and I grill them for 3 minutes, and then I flip them for 3 more minutes on the other side. I'll take my quick slice, and I'll take the strawberries, and I'll slice strawberries, lay them over the top, and then drizzle the icing that comes in the package. The natural sugar from the strawberries mixes with that icing and forms like this syrupy glaze. They are delicious and super easy to make, especially with this grill pan. So that is something this is something you should definitely consider. Now, in the post earlier, I said this is the #1 reason why people book parties. This really is the #1 reason, because you may notice when you go to research this that the price is a little high, but don't fret about that because you can have a party just like this. I can come to your house and cook for you and your friends. If you don't want me in your house, that's no problem. I can do it just like this. We can do postings, we'll go live. Tomorrow night, we're doing our desserts, right? Because we don't want to keep everybody on here for an hour. I want you to be able to get on with your evening, especially because I know that there is college basketball this evening. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and release the pressure over here on our potatoes. Now, you may not be able to see it right there in the video, but right here it says warming. When something finishes cooking in the quick cooker, it automatically moves from the cook setting you chose to the warming setting. So it'll actually stay on the warming setting for about 4 hours, which is really kind of cool. It's not going to overcook your food. It's literally just going to keep it warm. So we want to release the pressure, and just like this, we're going to release the pressure there. So once it gets done steaming and all the pressure is out, your little red button will actually fall back into the lid. So that's how you know all the pressure's been released. It is about time for us to go ahead and flip our chicken breast. So I'm going to lift up and I'm going to flip. Look at that beautiful color there. Flip this one. You can see our grill marks here. Now remember, we preheated our presses, so we don't have to worry about the fact that they were touching raw chicken because they started cooking the top of the chicken, right? So, here we go. We're going to flip our next ones here. Look at the beautiful grill marks on that. Can y'all see that? I mean, it's just gorgeous. I love cooking chicken in my grill pan. Yep, flip that one. Put our press back on. So it's actually helping to trap the heat in between the top of the pan and the bottom of the press, allowing for the faster cook time as well. So they all work. I mean, all these pieces here work together to make these faster cooking times. All right, so our pressure's out. We're going to turn our lid, open it up, and I'm going to lift, and I'm going to remove one of them. Rinse my tongs off. One of them out. Move this aside. And grab one of our knives here. And cut it right open. I mean, just super, super simple as that. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potatoes in the quick cooker that just became baked potatoes in 10 minutes. I mean, crazy, right? All right, so I am going to go back. We're going to chop our chicken here in just a few minutes. Actually, less than that, because I want to show you guys what these salad choppers do to meat, because it's crazy. Okay, so while we're waiting on the last minute for our chicken to finish cooking, I kind of want to go over the specials with you guys. So this month, just like every month with Pampered Chef, when you spend a certain amount of money in product, you get something for free. So this month, when you spend $75 with Pampered Chef before shipping and tax, you're going to choose one of 2 products for free. And one of those is actually going to be our Egg Slicer Plus. So some of you may have remembered that, the little white base with the wires that slices eggs and mushrooms and strawberries. The second item of your choice is the Measure Mix and Pour, which does salad dressings. So it actually comes with recipes on the side of the container that shows you and tells you how to, like, measurement-wise and ingredients on how to make certain salad dressings. So that's a pretty neat product too, especially if you're into making your own salad dressings. In fact, some of them on here are going to be like Italian dressing, French dressing, Asian dressing, and Caesar dressing. So you get a lot of options on this product. Now, one of the things I like to do anytime somebody spends $100 before shipping and taxes, you're not only going to get that item, but you're actually going to be able to choose one of our seasonings or rubs completely free. You just let me know which one you want, and I'm going to add it to your order at no cost. Pretty cool, right? That's a Tenio special. That's not a Pampered Chef thing. So make sure that when you order and I see that, I'm going to shoot you a message and say, hey, which one do you want? Or if you go ahead and add it to your cart, I will go back and I will adjust your total to make sure you get that for free, okay? So now, if you're interested in doing a party and you want to do a cooking show, I'll reach out to you guys. If you want to do a party like this, guess what? It actually benefits Cheryl to get bookings. So every party that she has, she's going to get a 50% off item at your party as well. How exciting. You already have an order for your party. Pretty neat, right? I'll make it super easy for you. If you want to do one like this, that's really the easiest way to do it because you don't have to worry about cleaning your house. Now, if you're watching this from home and you're like, that actually looks like fun, maybe I could do that. If you're standing in your kitchen cooking anyway, and you are interested in making maybe a couple $100s a month, or a little bit more than that, if you want to work in your slippers, I don't know if you can see them down here in the camera, let me know. It's very easy to sign up. I do all the training. We're on the #1 team in the entire country, so you cannot go wrong by trying this business out. So our chicken breasts are done. Let's go ahead and grab those. Nice and juicy. And look at this. I mean, just look how pretty those are. Aren't those just gorgeous? All right. So now we're going back over here. And we are going to start chopping chicken. Watch this. This is insane. Look how fast it will cut through 4 chicken breasts. Super quick. So like I said, pulled pork, chopped brisket. If you need to chop up shrimp for a pasta dish, you can actually turn these the opposite way and cut fajita meat. Look, just like this. But chicken salad, chicken spaghetti. I mean, so many uses for this. And what a time saver. They have a lifetime guarantee, by the way. But look at that. We're almost done. 4 chicken breasts chopped. Boom. Just like that. Crazy. So now you can see why this is my #1 selling product out of the entire catalog. So, #1 selling product, #1 reason why people book. This is probably the second reason people have started booking this for the quick cooker. Because that's what people want. They want to be able to have home cooked meals, but they don't want to spend all night making them, right? And you can get that effect and those results in your own kitchen by using our product. All right. So the only thing that's going to complete the chicken now is for me to add the barbecue sauce. You can use any barbecue sauce you want, obviously. You can use as much or as little as you would like. It just depends on how much chicken you have cooked and how much you have chopped up. So let me simply take one of our mix-in scrapers. These are a must-have. Most people know about these. If you don't, they are shaped like a spoon so that you can stir and scrape all at the same time. And they don't discolor and they don't melt. You can actually leave this in a hot pot and it's not going to melt. So you can cook with them. And the head never separates from the stem, which is really nice also. All right. Now I will probably go back and add a little bit more barbecue sauce to this. So this is what we have here. We've got our salad for this evening. Voila, right? In that beautiful entertaining bowl. And we have our chopped barbecue chicken, which is gonna go inside our baked potatoes. So I am going to post pictures of this in the group. And remember, if you're just now checking in, or if you're watching this video back after the live feed is done, post a GIF of your favorite food like ever in the entire world. I want to know who's gone back and watched this, okay? So I will see you guys back here tomorrow evening, 6:30 for a quick dessert. We're going to be using our waffle puff pan and I'm going to be using our rock crock. So you're going to want to make sure that you tune in to see that, because another two really big items that just change the way that you cook in your kitchen. I hope you all have a fabulous evening. I hope you enjoy the game tonight. I hope your team wins. I know I'm maybe kind of addressing a couple of different teams there, but I just hope you guys have a really great night, and thanks for hanging with me. Bye.